So let's get this straight. Electronic Arts, EA, just released a good Star Wars game. Electronic Arts just released a good single-player game. Hell, Electronic Arts just released a good game. What the fuck is going on? So yeah, this blew my mind so fucking much that I had to make a video on it because... yeah, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is really, really good. I've just been playing it the other day, and it's really, really good. EA just proved me really wrong. And I'm blown away. I'm really blown away because I just did not expect this. I expected, like every other game that EA shits out, for it to be, well, yeah, a turd. A piece of shit. And it just totally isn't. It's really good. It's like the best Star Wars game in such a long time, since like what? The Force Unleashed? From last gen? It's probably better than that. Since, what, Republic Commando? The gen before? Oh, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. So I tell you this, I tell you that Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is a really, really good game, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I tell you this as a guy that absolutely despises Electronic Arts. There isn't a soul walking this planet that hates EA more than I do. In fact, there is very few of my videos that go by without me uttering the words, fuck EA. And by the way, fuck EA. This does not give them a pass, by the way. Okay, for me to ever forgive EA, for it to be all smoothed out with Electronic Arts, they would have to release good games for the rest of their existence, which we all know is never going to happen. This was most likely just a one-off, just an anomaly, just a strange thing right now. But it still stands that Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is a great game. The EA just released a great game. A single-player game. And I'm really confused as to why. Like, really. Because I genuinely believed at this point that EA were actually incapable of putting out even a half-decent game. I didn't think they could actually do it. And they just did, and proved me really wrong. Just so much confusion right now. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that EA were telling us that the single-player games are dead, right? That no one wants them anymore. It's all about, you know, online games, these social games, you know, games as a service, you know, all that shit, which we all know is complete bollocks, because everything that comes out of EA's cunt mouth is bollocks. And most other publishers, for that matter, what they mean by that is it's just far easier for them to monetize multiplayer games. There's more money in it. They can rip you off so much easier by turning them into online slot machines. You know, it goes loot boxes, microtransactions, all that bollocks. It's just way more easy to fuck you over with monetization. That's what they mean by that. We all know single-player games are dead. There's still a huge market out there for them. Sony's pretty much proved that just by themselves this generation, with things like Spider-Man and God of War and Horizon and, you know, various other games. They ain't dead, and I have a hard time believing they ever will be. But they'll spout this shit, you know, just because that's what they do. But yeah, then they go ahead and actually release a single-player game with no loot boxes and, as of right now, no microtransactions. Which doesn't mean the shady little fuckers will not pop them in later on. I mean, I think that's kind of what some of them are doing now, these publishers. They know there's a lot of backlash, and rightfully so. I know gamers have a reputation for whining and crying and, you know, even giving death threats over nothing. That is true, they do that. But when it comes to some of the bullshit that EA and other companies pull out of greed, then we're totally in the right, totally justified for the outrage. So they've kind of got to this point where it's just like, well, we'll release the game without them, and then it kind of looks good, you know, won't be affected by reviews, won't be in this backlash, and then we'll pop them in later for all them suckers who buy them to go crazy. So yeah, but as of right now, it's just how a game should be. You know, it works, it's well polished, it's fun. I got the PC version, it's very well optimized, runs at 4K, it's great, you know? Yeah. See, my instinct just wants to go on a rant and just tear apart EA, because I love doing it, but I kind of have to give them credit right here, and it feels weird, it feels dirty, it feels just wrong, but at the end of the day, they make a good game, they make a good game. Even if it's EA, I'm not going to deny myself a good game just because it's EA, you know? But I mean, yeah, it's just really weird, because why have they done this? I mean, Respawn, the developers, Respawn are a very talented studio, but at the end of the day, you know, this is one of the things with gamers is a lot of them still don't know the difference between a publisher and a developer. I mean, the developers are the guys that do all the hard work, they make the games. They're the actual gamers, but it's the publishers that, well, they call the shots because they own the developers, and it's all the publishers that do all the shady business practices. It's the publishers that want to focus on monetization over anything. At the end of the day, developers have to do as they're told. That's the way it goes. I mean, the publishers are just greedy businessmen who, they aren't gamers. They don't give a shit about games. They don't know anything about games. They're just in it for the money. They don't care how they get it as long as the money's coming in. They don't care about their reputation. I mean, do you think for a single second EA give 3/4 a flying fuck that they were voted twice the worst company in America? No! The money's still rolling in. They're making more money than ever. They don't care. They know full well loot boxes are gambling and that kids, you know, are playing these games with loot boxes, but they don't care. They're still making money. That's all that matters to them. So it makes me wonder is how this game came about, like, because I assume Respawn had to pitch this to EA. How did they get them to pass it? That they wanted to create a single player game with you know, monetization not being the priority, just a proper complete single player game with no online. How did they get EA to say yes? That's what I want to know. I mean, goddamn Respawn, well done for getting that one past them, but good God. But it's clear what's happened here is that EA has just backed the fuck off and just let Respawn create the game they want to create. They haven't interfered, which is what all the publishers do, EA in particular. They interfere and tell them that first and foremost, when you're creating a game, the most important thing, right, you know, is monetization. That's the most important thing to them. But yeah, they've backed the fuck off and just let Respawn do what they want to do, clearly. And that's how it should be. Because the devs know what they're doing. They're the gamers. They mostly know what the gamers want. They have much of a better idea than these greedy sacks of shit businessmen. So yeah, that's obviously what's happened. And what should always happen, the publishers should just, right, here's your money, we'll do the marketing, this, that, and the other. You guys, you're the gamers, you're the developers, you make the games, okay? We'll back the fuck off. But that doesn't happen. But it's happened in this case right here. And good. I'm glad I was proven wrong. I'm glad Jedi Fallen Order is a great game. Because it is. I'm really glad. But it's just really confusing and weird as to why this has happened. I don't know, it baffles me. Because I said, I thought at this point EA was completely incapable of making a decent game. But clearly they are. They just choose not to. Because Christ knows they've got more money than any of the other publishers. They're fucking rich as tits. Thanks to fucking FIFA and all those morons that spend a goddamn fortune on all that shit. Oh, and still fuck you if you pre-ordered the game, by the way. I know it turned out good, but still fuck you for everyone that still pre-orders games, but especially Electronic Arts games. What are you doing? There's no excuses for it. I don't want to hear that, oh, but I want to be able to preload so I can play it. No, that's just called being impatient. That's what that is. You can't wait maybe a day or two just to see the initial reaction. It's not an excuse. But yeah. Here I am. Confused, baffled, enjoying an Electronic Arts game. It's so weird. But this makes me wonder. Are they going to do more of this? Are they going to give us more single player games? More single player Star Wars games? Will they give us a Knights of the Republic 3? Will they give us another Rogue Squadron? Probably not. As I said, this is probably a one-off. This is probably a one-off. Back to the scumbaggery after this. Maybe EA just got bored. But you know what? We're always being so evil, and we're always getting this backlash, and I'm pretty sure they enjoy it. I think they do. I think they enjoy being evil. They know their reputation. I think they enjoy it. Maybe they just got bored and thought, actually, just for a one-off, just for the sake of it, should we actually put out a good game? Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But yeah. Weird. Really weird, and I'm still suspicious. I still can't help but think they're up to something. Because it just ain't right. Something don't feel right. But yeah, goddamn. God fucking damn it. Maybe, I mean, this gives me these, I mean, ever so slight hope. And I mean, ever so slight. That maybe even the next Dragon Age, whenever that drops, in a year or two, whenever, maybe that could be good. Again, probably not. They'll probably botch it up. I mean, it's BioWare. I mean, who knows what's going on with BioWare at this point. It's not the same studio anymore, is it? It's like every other studio that got bought out by EA, they've just been decimated. And they're pretty much on death's door right now. It ain't the same team, is I don't know how any of the original BioWare guys still left from going all the way back to like the Neverwinter Nights days. Probably not. I don't know. But yeah, if publishers would just back the fuck off and just let the devs make the games they want to make, we could have great games from Activision, from Ubisoft, from all the others. It just never happens. So yeah. Okay, EA proved me wrong, they put out a good game. Alright, I hold on my hands. Well done. I still fucking hate you. And again, this is just a one-off. They're still the worst goddamn company this industry has ever had. But, yeah. Okay, so I've said my piece right now. Okay, just wanted to get that out there. So yeah, let me know if you guys are enjoying Star Wars, you know. And I'm pretty sure the next video I make on EA, I'll be back to slagging these twats off, because, yeah. I enjoy it, and they deserve it, so, yeah. I'm still going to sign off by saying, fuck yeah! See you later.